What if I told you your greatest memory would be suddenly stripped from you? You try to think back to the year of your daughter's birth, but you seem to draw a blank. What about that amazing trip to Cabo last summer? Well, you can't seem to remember that either. You spend 15 minutes searching for your keys only to find them on the door hanger. Why didn't you remember that? You always put them there. These events are everyday occurrences for those who struggle with the Alzheimer's disease. As someone who has seen this disease affect numerous loved ones, and as someone who has done thorough research and raised awareness for this disease, I have seen how truly horrifying it is, and I feel educated enough to speak about it today. Today I'd like to inform you about what Alzheimer's is, how it affects those with the disease as well as their loved ones, and the different attempts at finding a cure. Let's go ahead and start with delving into the definition and dynamics of the Alzheimer's disease. According to the Alzheimer's Association, Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. Now, scientists don't fully understand what leads to Alzheimer's, but age, genetics, environment, and lifestyle are all huge factors. Familial Alzheimer's disease is the only true cause of Alzheimer's that we know of today, and it's due to genetics. Therefore, if an individual is worried that they may have Alzheimer's because of a family member, they can be tested for the gene and can be notified whether or not they have familial Alzheimer's disease before symptoms occur. But the one thing about familial Alzheimer's disease is that it affects only 1% of all cases of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's occurs because of an abnormal protein buildup in and around brain cells, which causes the brain cells to shrink and die, which results in the memory loss. There are two types of Alzheimer's: early onset, which affects individuals under the age of 65, and late onset, which affects individuals over the age of 65. Early onset is extremely more rare, affecting only 5% of people with the disease. According to WebMD, the early onset form appears to be linked with a defect in a specific part of a person's DNA, chromosome 14. Late onset is much more common. The Alzheimer's Association states 1 in every 9 people over the age of 65 have Alzheimer's. Now, how many people have Alzheimer's? According to the Texas Department of State Health Service, it is estimated that 6.2 million people of all ages have Alzheimer's disease in America. And that number is expected to jump, as it is estimated that by 2050, 12.9 million Americans will have Alzheimer's disease. Life for the 6.2 million individuals struggling with Alzheimer's is exceedingly difficult. Alzheimer's makes the life of those affected more difficult, along with the people who are closest to them. According to the UC Health, there are 4 symptoms that Alzheimer's is comprised of, the 4 A's. Aphasia, which is the loss of ability to express and understand speech. Apraxia, which is the loss of voluntary motor skills. Agnosia, which means the 5 senses can't receive and process information. And of course, amnesia, which is the loss of memory. Because of these 4 A's, many people with the disease can't function on their own and forget how to do simple tasks. For example, my Uncle Sid, who was once a pathologist who had numerous medical dictionaries memorized, could no longer even recognize his wife and children. Because of this, they had to put him into an assisted living facility. So like my Uncle Sid, most people with this disease do get put into assisted living facilities. Families also have lifestyle changes. Imagine the person you loved most could no longer even remember you. The feeling would be overwhelming. Mayo Clinic states that the diagnosis can trigger a range of emotions within a family. It can also be difficult to care for Alzheimer's because it requires immense knowledge and a huge time commitment. To one day prevent struggles of Alzheimer's, there have been extensive research in an attempt to cure the disease. There are many attempts to cure Alzheimer's. According to Mayo Clinic, in June 2021, the FDA approved aducanumab for the treatment of some Alzheimer's cases. Aducanumab triggers the body's immune system and attacks protein buildup around brain cells. Aducanumab has shown promise and has moved to phase 3 clinical trials. Also, according to Mayo Clinic, a drug originally meant to treat cancer, saracatinib, is now being tested in Alzheimer's. In mice, the drug turned off a protein that allowed synapses to begin again, which reversed memory loss. Human trials are now underway with saracatinib. Overall, Alzheimer's is a disease that affects the memory of millions in America. The disease makes the lives of those affected significantly more difficult, along with affecting the emotions and lives of their loved ones. We are seeing many attempts to treat Alzheimer's, so hopefully one day we can live in a world where we control Alzheimer's and it no longer controls us. Thank you.
Wow.